Hello and welcome to another Just Watched. I'm Devin, with me is Billy.
Woo!
And continuing off our Christmas specials, my brain will rot. We're doing all this in one sitting.
Yeah.
That's the interesting problem. So, how this worked is Billy picked two specials, I picked two specials. This is my special, a Garfield Christmas special, which is not the special I think it is. Garfield on the Town is the one I keep remembering, which I thought was more heartwarming.
Oh, yeah, no,
That's the one where he meets his mom and actually where he grew up.
Yeah, and you find out why he likes lasagna because of...
He lived in an Italian restaurant.
I'm like, that's...
Yeah, it's special.
Yes.
This is just another Christmas special with a character you know and love.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, it's not a great Christmas special. So, simple plot.
John takes Garfield and Odie to the family farm for Christmas.
Basically. And if you're not a fan of Garfield, why you're watching this.
Yeah.
And if you are a fan of Garfield, you kind of already know the attitude going into this.
Yeah.
Garfield is a very selfish person, therefore, give more than giving.
Yeah.
So, and just the cynicalism of him.
Right? Like,
it's a one note that he keeps constantly playing. It's always going to be Garfield will say something negative. Garfield will say something negative.
Right? Like, it's... Man.
Yeah.
Typical Garfield.
Typical Garfield. Monday for Garfield. But things I do like about this, we're just going to go into the things we like and things we don't like.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to go through the plot by plots of any of these specials. It does capture a lot of the Christmas morning energy.
Yeah.
Like, John and his brother just are the perfect example of kids.
Yes. Oh, dear
God. Even
God.
though they're grown adults. But more confirming that John's just a giant man-child.
Yeah. I can imagine living on his own.
Yeah, somehow got it on his own.
Old.
But deep down, Joel's just a kid.
Aren't we all, Devin? Aren't we all?
Some more than most. But yeah, they capture like the getting up early to open presents because you're kids, and the worst thing you can do to kids is make them wait.
Yeah, it's like, come on, it's 1:30 in the morning.
Technically, it's Christmas morning. He's like, got a point. I don't care if he has a point. It's 1:30 in the morning. Go back to bed, you grown adult child. And I've grown into that age where I was like, Christmas morning is no longer the exciting get up as early as possible morning.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, so I know I'm at that age where I know both sides of that coin.
Yeah.
If you've forgotten that, like when you're a kid and you're like got up super early just so you can get your presents earlier, what's wrong with you? That was like part of the charm of Christmas.
Yeah.
And the family dinner and everyone thinking they know better than everyone else in cooking skills.
Yeah.
The grandma gravy was great.
Oh, I know. It's like, hey, you're not putting chili
in my sausage gravy. No, why wouldn't I do that? Well, one sausage chili at the county. Yours didn't even play, so who's someone to tell you to have cooked chili? Well, you're a champion, that's it.
I love that.
And the family, like the traditions around like family, like reading the story before bed for the children, playing the piano. So I like that it does capture the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, like I said, I love the grandmother just when she's on Garfield.
Oh, that somber moment where she's like, I miss
Yeah, that
my husband.
Yeah.
I was like, aw, grandmother made it depressing, but...
Yeah. And then Garfield finds the letters.
Yeah. And gives it to her. It's a redeeming quality for Garfield. And, you know, a sweet moment.
Yeah. Well, it's like, just read it. There's like, next time I see you,
Oh, what was it say? A lady never tells about her love life. I was like, oh, some very risque stuff, huh, Grandma?
Nice.
And the surprise gift from Odie was interesting.
Yeah.
Because he's like every so often he sneaks around the house. It's like he's doing something.
Yeah.
He's like, hi, I made you a gift, even though you keep picking me off a table on a constant basis.
There.
Here you go, you asshole.
Oh, back scratcher machine.
Yeah. And putting the tree topper on. Garfield, get up there.
Like, alright, that was so that he would do a cat's job.
Yeah. He got up there. Getting down was the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Also, the dad making a good point. Why don't we put the star on top of the tree and then put the tree up? Well,
Right?
you can't do it that way. Tradition states you gotta decorate the tree and top it off with star. Yeah, okay, when I break my hip and we're going to the hospital, you remind yourself of that. I always say this because my uncle broke his arm, I think, trying to put the tree topper on one year. Uncle or was like a friend of, like an uncle or a friend of mine, like something. I remember this story clearly, not that well, but I do remember the same scenario, but actually playing out.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah, it was a friend of mine. I was talking to him at school. And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "How's your Christmas?" I was like, "We had to spend it at the emergency room." I was like, "What the hell happened?" My uncle fell off the tree, putting the topper on the tree.
The next year they
next year they just got a shorter tree. That's what they did. One that does not require the step ladder.
Yeah.
So that's why I like these specials. Is you can remember fun stories around them.
All right.
All right, things we didn't like about the special. Like, Garfield's attitude does not sell Christmas.
No, it's
And even trying to have that one sentimental moment at the end, I was like, yeah,
trying a little too much.
it was just tagged in at the end. It felt.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not Garfield. This is just, he has to do this because it's the Christmas special.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole Christmas special, you already know his stance on everything.
Yeah. No, he's right. Like,
For him to 180 at the very end.
Yeah. No, it's
Just not selling it.
no.
And overall, like, it's a rough cartoon. I know it's an older special, so
Yeah.
it's got a rough draw style to it, but it's not very animated, and the backgrounds are not very popping. Like, can you remember any of the backgrounds?
No, I remember the dream sequence at the beginning.
Yeah.
The tree and presents was literally just drawn on the wall.
Yeah. Everything else is just like a blur of color. But I think that show suffered from that. Like, the backgrounds were never really impressive. And that's funny. If you came from the show watching this, very different tone on people's voices.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think... I'd have to look into that. I think that all is the same actors, but...
Yeah. I know Garfield's voice is.
Garfield's voice, obviously, it didn't change.
Yeah. John's, I can't remember, and like I said, I think this is the only time you see John's family, isn't it?
I think Doc shows up a few times in the show, but I don't think the parents or anyone.
I can
Definitely
remember.
not Grandma.
No.
Grandma was the only thing that really sold it. Grandma's a hoot.
Oh, I love it.
I love Wacky Grandma.
Like your version of "Oh Christmas Tree" on the piano.
Oh yeah, just rocking it.
Like, I bet let those ivies cool down.
Before you play the piano again. Grandma has an interesting life I'd like to know more about.
Yeah, no. Like, I like it. Like, it's a one-off prequel special on Grandma.
Yeah, just Grandma, the early years.
Yeah.
Alright, final thoughts then on this. For getting kids to watch a Christmas special, which is mostly what Christmas specials are for, this isn't going to do much.
No.
Unless they are a huge fan of Garfield.
Yes, and I always enjoyed this. I saw this special more often.
It was on way more often
Yeah.
than not, but
Yeah.
or than most, I guess.
Yeah, the most.
But after like the third time watching it, you kind of just forget about it.
Yeah. True.
It's always like, oh, that's nice. Click.
Click.
And I was like, for this day and age where Garfield's not the biggest name around anymore.
Oh no, that's the thing. Like he's like he was a product of the '80s. Let's put it that way. Right?
There's a theory behind all that, and if you didn't know, it's like the Garfield has been there the whole time theory. If you look around, Garfield has been a part of your life constantly, even if you didn't realize it.
Oh yeah,
I think I showed that documentary to you, but
yeah.
It's an interesting theory. I don't put much stock in theories, though. So.
Yeah.
But the overall special, I was like, if you're trying to get a kid to watch it, there's not enough action or anything going on.
No.
There's no children involved.
That is true.
Like, the children are played by adults that act like children.
Think about that.
Think about that for just a few minutes.
Yeah.
And when you're a child, you don't really tend to focus on the adult characters.
No.
Which means Garfield has to be the bigger draw.
Yeah.
And because of Garfield's cynical attitude towards Christmas, he looks like the villain.
They, like, yeah.
And a lot of his jokes don't hit.
No.
But I think with it, though, the overall consensus is it's an alright Christmas special for one or two times,
Yeah.
but you'll get sick of it pretty quick.
Yeah. And then if you want the nostalgia thing, go back and watch it years later, go ahead.
Yeah. If this was your favorite Christmas special, all power to you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the overall consensus, I think, is it's alright. But with that, though, we'll call the episode here, so thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, have a good one.
Biggest.